Hey guys, it's Cobalt here, and welcome back to another video. Yes, I know I'm not using my mascot today. This is the newest LPS that I have got, and I love him so much, so I really wanted to use him in a video. This guy will be unboxed in a haul video that I will be posting in a few weeks. But anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all of my customs currently up for sale in my eBay shop. I have 7 new customs to show you guys in this video, but of course, as always, I'm going to be starting off by showing you the customs from previous videos that have not been sold yet. As you can see by how zoomed out I am, there are still a lot of customs up for sale in my eBay shop from the last video. They are all at reduced prices, and if you want to know more about them individually, go watch previous videos. Alright, and we are starting off with these two customs. I'm showing them together because obviously they sort of go together, but they are going to be sold separately. So I'm going to start off with this one here because it is the one that I finished first. They are both Possum customs, and they are both made from Ferret LPS, and the only thing that I sculpted on this little guy here are the two little eyebrows and the tail. Basically with these two customs, I just wanted to sort of make them, you know, possums obviously, but make them as if they were actually Hasbro released LPS, so that is why their designs are relatively simple and stylized, and then of course they have the LPS eyes. So this is the one that I made first, and I gave it some brown eyes, and I think this one looks so cute, and honestly, if I wasn't planning to sell these ones already, I would totally keep them. And then here is the second possum with different colors this time. So I was only planning to make one possum originally, but a lot of people on Instagram who saw it early were freaking out and were loving it so much that I was like, okay, I have to make a second possum now. So here is the second one. On this one, the only thing that's sculpted is the tail, and I did a bit of a different design on this one. I will be honest, the design of this possum was totally inspired by the possums in Over the Hedge because I rewatched that film recently, and the possums are the best characters. So this one is a lighter color, and I gave it a different shade of pink for the nose and the little toes, and then I also gave this one a different coloration on the tail. So I'll show them side by side again. This one's tail is also posed differently. It sort of swoops out to the side, while this one is just curled straight up, and this one has blue eyes like I already said. I don't know which one I like better. I think that they're both very cute in their own way. I think I still like this one better, but I love this one a lot as well. And I also love how this one looks a little bit smaller than this one too. Next up is this Dachshund custom. I'd say that Dachshunds and Cocker Spaniels are probably my least favorite bases to use for customs, but I decided to use it for this one, and she is just a simple design inspired by mint chip ice cream because I got this new minty colored paint, and I thought that that would be a very cute design. Other than that, she is just very simple green and brown, and I gave her a lot of freckles to look like chocolate chips, and I also really like her eyes. They're brown eyes, and then I did sort of a different style again with them, as you can see, and I really like the little tiny eye shines that I gave her as well. Next up is this pig custom. At first glance, it sort of just looks like a simple little pig, but it is actually a custom of Waddles from Gravity Falls. Waddles is Mabel's pet pig in that show, and I recently did a rewatch of it with my family and realized how much that I love it so much. Unfortunately, I was late to the Gravity Falls party and only have seen the show twice and watched it for the first time last year, but I love it a lot, and I decided that making Waddles would be a great custom idea. So here is the one that I am selling. It is made from a normal Generation 2 LPS pig. I did not sculpt anything, it is just painted simply, and something about Waddles is that the character just has like fully black eyes, little circle dots, but I decided to give this one some eye shines as well to make it a little less creepy and hopefully more cute, but I think that he looks adorable. And I actually also decided to make a version of this custom for myself, but instead of using a normal sized LPS, I used a little tiny one from one of those LPS keychains. So this is the one that I made for me, and this is the one that I made to sell. They basically look exactly the same, but one is small and one is normal sized. Next up is this guy. I think he is probably my favorite custom in this video besides the two possums. This is just a little chubby dragon character made from a Generation 5 koala base figure. For some reason, I have a ton of these bases and I never know what to do with them, so I decided to make it into a dragon, and so I sculpted these two horns here, and then I sculpted its muzzle and this little tooth, and I think that these koalas have really cool ear shapes. I like how fluffy they are, and of course I also sculpted this dragon tail. And other than that is this simple olive green color with a bunch of little freckles, and here is what the bottom looks like as well. And for this one's eyes, I just wanted to try something different again. I have this sort of dragony eye style that is super fun to paint, and I do it a little bit differently every time. So this is how they look this time, and I think that they look so cool and stylized like an illustration. I love it a lot, and definitely want to do more stuff with these types of eyes in the future, but that's really all that I have to say about this little character. Next up is the second to last custom. This is another Warrior Cats character. This is of course Yellow Fang from the original series. In the last video that I did of these, I made Firestar. He is still available for sale. So here are both of them next to each other since they are characters that appear in the books together a few times. I'm just sort of going through some of the characters and basically creating my own designs for them based off my memory of the characters. So Yellowfang is of course a gray Persian cat with yellow eyes, and she's got a bunch of scars, and I remember everybody always draws her with like this X scar over her muzzle. And then for everything else, I just sort of played around with, you know, giving her different colors of gray in her fur, and I also added this yellowish cream color as well because I thought that that would fit well with her name, and it has the same color inside of her ears. And then of course we have her little snaggletooth, and she's got some paws, and of course there's still Mod Podge on the bottom drying. And then she has this notch in her ear, and then a couple other scars like on her back and on her leg. I tried not to go too overboard with the scars, but I think she looks very cool. And for these customs, I gave them the same style of eyes, and there's a little star there. And I definitely want to make more warrior cat customs in the future because it just gives me a lot of, you know, uses for cat-based figures, because I feel like I don't make cat customs enough, even though I love cats. I've already gotten a lot of requests to do Jay Feather, so I'll probably be doing him next. But if you are a warrior cats fan, let me know in the comments which other characters you would like me to make. And here is the final custom in today's video. If I'm going to be completely honest, I do not like the way that this one turned out. It was, I guess, sort of an experiment and just an amalgamation of a bunch of different things, but I don't know. I think that he turned out a little weird, but maybe you'll think that he's cool. So it is made from an ear up, paw up, head swap collie, and I sculpted these horns and this piercing here, and then both of the wings were made using this wing mold that I have, which I feel like I don't use as much as I should because it makes really cool wings. So I had like too much leftover clay one day and just made the wings and then stuck them on this LPS and sort of just went crazy with it. I think my main problem is maybe the face, and I feel like the messy painting style of the wings and the horns doesn't really fit well with the rest of the design. I don't know, I'm not sure. I mean, I think it's still a cool character. It's sort of like an angel, you know, sky dragon or something like that. I do love the color palette as well. I don't know. It's not really doing it for me, but maybe you guys will like it. I hope you like it because he's for sale. So I also give it some colorful paw pads on the bottom, but he's got some dark blue paws, and then this one is light blue. And again, he's got some wings. He's got a different eye style. I decided to go with some blue eyeliner, and then I added this like dark blue part here. I think it's maybe the way that I painted the eyes. I think if I made them normal and added black, then maybe I'd like it a bit better, but I didn't really want to change it. I do think that the facial marking is also interesting. It's not really something that I've ever done before either. So yeah, this guy was sort of just a design experiment, I guess. And even though I'm not really a fan of it, I hope that you like it. And there you have it, guys. Those are all of the new customs currently up for sale in my eBay shop. Little heads up if you stayed till the end of this video. All these guys are still for sale, and they will be for sale until they are sold, but my Etsy shop where I sell my commissions will be closing, but they will be closed roughly all of March and April. The reason why I'm doing that is because I have some other customs that I need to get caught up on that have been sort of delayed, but also my spring break is coming up and I won't be able to do any sort of customizing over then. And I actually got a job, which is pretty cool. This is my first time ever having like a real job besides, you know, my small business, my self-employment, which is customizing and selling artwork. I've never had an actual job before. This is just a temporary gig. It is a videography job where I will be recording some footage for people to use for training videos, I believe. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that for about a month, and I'm really excited. I think that it's going to be a really great learning opportunity, and I'm also getting paid for it, which is sick. But of course, I would still appreciate it if you went and bought these customs so I can have a little bit of extra cushion money while I'm not selling my commissions. So I really appreciate that. Once May rolls around, my commissions will be open once again. They might be open a little bit earlier at the end of April. I'm not entirely sure yet. If you want to know, keep track on my Instagram. I will put up updates. So yeah, that is all that I wanted to say. These are all the customs once again. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. And again, be sure to click the links in the description to go and buy them. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.